discussing two of the questions which I've already given it to you. I hope everybody would have gone through the probable solutions for those questions. Um, so the first question which I gave you was that you need to identify what are the major points of distinctions between access control matrix, access control list, and capability, which are the ways of representation of um the privileges into any operating system in case of a discretionary access control or a DAC. Okay, so um, let's begin with the major points that what are there in case of access matrix and access control list. Okay, so is there someone who would start off with the discussion first? Let's move roll number wise itself or serial wise. So we have Atulya.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so fine. Tell me what is the major point of distinction between ACM and ACL?
Okay, so ma'am, axis matrix model is like a matrix, and
Mm-hmm.
it has objects and subjects. So it consists of access privileges like read, write, and execute, and the disadvantage of access metrics is that uh, it would be a sparse metrics, like many columns would be zero or empty. And coming to ACL, um, it is easy to like revoke all access to an object when it comes to access control list, and it is easy to determine who can access a given object. And disadvantage can be that it is difficult to know access right with respect to a particular subject.
With respect to a particular subject. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Like if you want to know a user's right on all objects, then that is difficult
Hmm.
in ACL, but that can be
Hmm.
possible with the capability list.
Hmm. Okay. Next, Bharat. Bharat is here. I guess not. Then we have Vibhas.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you add some more points into what she said?
No, ma'am.
Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Tell me the points of capability list.
The control list.
Tell me the points of capability list.
List which has the objects, and that specifies the subject that can access the object, and what will be the rights of the object?
Anything else?
No, ma'am.
Next, Chandra Prakash.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me a disadvantage of capability list. Fine. Next, Harshit.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in
Point out
capability,
any. Yes, speak up.
ma'am, in capability list, the major problem is to, ma'am, who is accessing the object is we will not easily find that.
Who will not be able to find?
Ma'am, if we have some given object, then ma'am, who can access it? We cannot find that by using capability list.
Um, Everybody knows what is authentication, right? Can you compare the ACL and capability list on the factor of authentication? Which one would require authentication and which one would have more tedious authentication?
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay. Summer? I guess he's not there. Uh, Mohana?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Can you compare ACL and capability list on the basis of authentication?
Um,
Okay, tell me the answer that in ACL, is it essential to have authentication?
ACL is the association of user, I mean, object to the subject, object and subject,
Hmm.
and it doesn't require the authentication. It only gives the right to the subject to the particular objects. And,
That happens in every of the representation. Beta.
sorry.
This happens in every representation that subjects and objects are linked in every representation, whether it is ACL, whether it is capability list, or whether it is matrix. So this cannot be said as the distinction point on the basis of authentication. I hope I'm clear.
No, in capability is there are repeated authentication of a particular subject. But in
Hmm.
case of ACL,
Okay. Next, Nidhi. Um, can you point out the factor which talks about the transfer of rights? So, is it easy to transfer in ACL or is it complicated to transfer it in ACL? Or it is not at all happening in ACL? Can we transfer the rights in ACL? Hmm. Okay. My next question to everybody is, I was saying initially that you are transferring the rights from one user to the other user. Okay. So this entire statement, is it for entire DAC or is it for specific ACM, ACL and capability list?
For entire DAC.
Hmm. So question doesn't say that you can only transfer the rights in ACL or you can only transfer the rights in capability. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, we have Pragya. Pragya, are you there? I think she's not there. Prateek. Prateek is also not there. Shahzad, he's also not there. People have left the class. Tanvi.
Yes, ma'am.
Tanvi, what do you mean by capability?
Ma'am, capability is
Okay, I'll help you in giving the answer. What is ACM? ACM is a matrix.
access. Yes, ma'am.
It's a matrix.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Every of the thing, ACM, ACL, and capability, all of these three are containing the relationship between subjects and the objects.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But their representation is different.
Yes, ma'am.
That
Ma'am,
only later on helps you in finding out what are the advantages and disadvantages. Okay. So ACM is a matrix.
matrix.
What is ACL?
Ma'am, the objects and the subjects are related in the form of matrix. Then, uh, ma'am, it is basically a matrix which have the subjects and the objects. And in capabilities, it is basically in the form of the files, and the it is containing the access rights and the objects in subjects.
Okay. Next we have Umang.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Umang, can we say that capability is a form of a token or a form of a ticket? Tokens and tickets, have you guys heard somewhere in security?
Ma'am, capability list is basically a token of a particular subject which shows the all the access rights of that specific user.
Okay.
So when you in the access matrix, when you partition it by rows, then that becomes the capability list of a particular user. So you have access rights of all the user together. Access all the access rights of one user together.
Okay. Fine. So these are the uh, few points on what basis we'll be comparing ACL and capability list. Okay, so I'll start off from starting itself. Major comparison can be done on the basis of ACL and capability list only. There isn't any detailed comparison which exists between matrix and list, because the major thing in which the matrix and list differ is that in case of a matrix, you had a very sparse representation, which was already told by somebody. But the problem in it was that if you had n users or m objects, the size of the matrix would be much larger. So in order to map a particular user to a object or a file, it would be more tedious. That is why there came a representation which was an ACL representation. Now in this access control list, the entire information which is related to one particular subject with the object, there is an entry given in the table. Okay, so we can say that access control list is a form of a table. Okay, what would it do? It would tell the operating system that which access rights each user has to a particular system object. It is something which is similar to a file directory. Okay, understood till now? Okay.
Yes.
Next is if I move on to the ACL in context to the object. So here what happens is that each object has a security attribute that identifies its access control list. What are those security attributes? That I had a line, I had one, wait, I'll open the slide. Okay, so here this is access matrix. Okay, next we have an access control list. This was the access control list. Here the access control list, even if they are linked together with one particular object and the subject, here what is done, each object, so these are the objects, has a security attribute. So there would be something which is associated with it. It can be authentication or something which is only possessed by the individual users. Okay, so this is present in the access control list. Now the list has an entry for each system user with the access privileges. So this is the entire list. It would have the entry for each of the users. It has the entry for each of the users who are allowed to access this file. Okay. The third most important point in ACL is that the most common privilege in ACL is the read privilege of a file or for all of the files which are present in the directory. Now, the least priority or the lesser number of files which are there into the system will be given write and the execute. So most of the files which are present into the system when linked with the users will have read privileges. Clear? Okay. The final distinction can be that it is generally used in old representations, like it was used in Windows 2000, it was used in Unix based systems, which are still using access control list. So if a Unix based system is there, it would have access control provided on the basis of ACL. Clear? Now coming back to the capability list. So as I said previously, capability is in the form of a token. So here token or ticket or any key we are saying that would represent capability. So this set where subject and file, subject and object are associated, this thing is referred as a token. Okay, or I can say that it gives the one who actually possesses the file the permission to access an entity or object into a system. So what can I say? It can be said as it's a pair, which is, let's say this is X and this is R. Okay, so uh, can you guys see a whiteboard?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Are you able to say it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if I write that the capability is x comma r. Clear? So if it is x comma r, what would happen? This x is my object, fine, and all of this r would be the set of rights. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now what would happen with each particular subject? So we had subject, let's say we had an over there. So we had an, each with each particular subject, what are we doing? We are storing the subject's capabilities. Fine. So here what would happen? You have an, okay, you have an with an comma, sorry, parenthesis, let's say F1, F1, then comma, all possible rights. So your rights can be read, comma, W, comma. So this can be read, comma, W, comma, execute. And before this, I would have file 1. Clear? So the previous thing which was there is um, okay. So the previous thing which was there is N and was connected to individual files. So this is just a graphical representation. Now you also need to have a formal representation for it. So that formal representation would be F1, comma, own, comma, R, comma, right. Okay, so that each subject can store the subject's capabilities. And the entire subject is in the form of any variable. Okay. Now the final thing which comes up is that talking about transferring of the rights or transferring of the information. We normally say that in a capability, or since your capability is a set or a token or a ticket, we normally say that a capability is completely transferable. Okay, it will not mean that who presents that capability or who possesses that particular capability initially. Anybody can transfer one capability to the other. So here what can happen? Your Anne can completely transfer this file and this particular node to Bob. Okay, so the file can also be transferred. The rights which are there into that particular block can also be transferred. Okay, if you are transferring the entire capability, this would mean that this doesn't require any extra layer for authentication. Or you can say it in other words, if you're transferring the entire file with the rights, there would not be any existence of authentication. Okay, so in a positive statement, I can say that this thing eliminates the need for authentication because you already transferred whatever rights were there belonging to a particular valid person and transfer it to an invalid person who is currently termed as invalid. Now, since you have completely transferred the file and the rights, you, however, don't need any information for authentication at the other end. Okay, the final point here on the basis of authentication, if we compare the ACL and the capability list, we were saying that in ACL, or we were assuming that in ACL, the authentication was technically unforgettable. Okay, so now with capabilities, we now need no way that every time we will be uh, performing authentication. So here we are generally saying that there can be cases where the information can be transferred even if you do not have any authentication mechanism. Okay, but technically authentication is required. But since the transfer of rights, which has been provided by the DAC as a major functionality, is there, the authentication sometimes would be of no significance. Okay, any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, then comes the next question. What was the other question? Yes. Everybody is clear with what is BLP and what is BIBA. Fine. To discuss about the cases in which BLP and BIBA will fail, first tell me what are the possible domains in which your BLP is applicable. Any domain in which your BLP would be applicable. It need not be only operating systems. It can be any real world application as well. Atulya, can you tell me the applications? Did you guys not search on the internet?
Now, if we are following any hierarchical system,
Hmm.
then we say that it is a DLP model.
If you're following any hierarchy system, anybody else? We said that DLP is majorly targeting confidentiality or integrity.
Confidentiality.
Confidentiality. Okay. What domain, real world I'm talking about. Okay. In real life applications, which domain would require confidentiality?
Ma'am, in government sector or military domain, we can apply this.
Yes. You can apply it in government sector, military applications. And what else?
Means satellite.
Satellite.
Ma'am, in satellite development, they need some.
In satellite development. Okay. So we have already discussed about satellite development previously. We'll take this example. Okay. Now here we are majorly considering confidentiality. Will there be any domain, any part in this domain as well where the integrity issues might arise? Or integrity issues will never arise because we are trying to map BLP in this. think yes, Nidhi, do you have any answer? Mhm. Where would you really focusing on confidentiality? Tell me a case.
Ma'am, for example, when you have to show the real stats
Yes.
to the people, for example, the population stats or
Mm.
the this current coronavirus cases, this stats,
Mhm.
in that
So
you need integrity.
in that you need integrity. Okay, so I can say that where we are majorly concerned upon the values or where we are majorly concerned upon the actual data into the system and the decisions are majorly being taken on the basis of actual data. Okay, same thing if I try to map it into the satellite as well, there can be integrity issues because of the final. I told you an example where we can have any modifications into the system and final decision if taken on the basis of a specific value can be altered. Clear? So if I try to consider any applications, let's say those military applications itself, you would be having certain transitions of the information from one level to the other level. Okay, so here what normally is being done, the data transmission between one level to the other level over here in case of a BLP model will majorly focus on data confidentiality and you will require controlled access to the classified information. Okay. However, in context to the Viva, what you will be considering that the whatever information is being transferred, it needs to be highly protected so that it obeys the data integrity rule. Okay, so these are the standard cases of BIBA and the BLP. Now, my question was that in what cases would both of these fail? Or is there any chance that both of these will fail? Yes, there can be applications where you are only targeting the confidentiality, but integrity parallelly is also a very important aspect. Banking. So banking, if I only, yes, confidentiality is important because each level which is existing into the system, like the hierarchy which has been told by somebody, if there is a hierarchy, yes, there would be confident authentication mechanisms required. Okay. On the basis of authentication credentials, you are performing the operations depending upon the roles which you are having. Okay. Now, on the basis of roles as well, if you are modifying the data or you're retrieving the actual final values which are there into the bank, that this is the X amount which actually is part of is part of, let's say, uh, the entire infrastructure of the bank. However, the when mapping individual banks accounts, it doesn't count that particular X. So in that case, what would happen? Yes, there are issues which are related to data integrity because the either the higher hierarchy or the lower hierarchy has accessed an invalid state. So this is something which is actually a parallel to the state machines. There can be a system state which is referred as insecure state. There can be a state which is referred as a secure state. There can be a state which is leading you to a faulty state. So all of these are part of an entire system which needs to be taken care of if we are only dealing with BLP or if you are only dealing with BIBA. In certain scenarios, these will fail. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, surf on the internet more on the applications, or surf on the internet. I'll tell you what you need to surf. Surf what operating systems used BLP and what operating systems used BIBA. Okay, so there are operating systems like Solaris and Multics. They used BIBA and BLP. When you'll go through those operating systems, you'll understand that in what cases were they failing. That will help you to finally conclude that BIBA will fail in such cases and BLP will fail in such cases. Okay, read Solaris and Multics. Or some case, you'll get information about SE Linux as well. So this SE Linux was having a BLP model within it. It was using a multi-level data scheme. So the information which is there, it normally allowed no read up and no write down. That was the part of SE Linux. So you'll understand where it can be used. Okay. So I want you guys to go through this once again. Even if I've discussed it, please go through it once again so that we can move on to the topic which we had previously left, which is SNMP v3. So the reason why I discussed all of these access control is because SNMP v3 is majorly based upon user-based security model and view-based access control model. So these are the two important factors. One is user-based security model and the other one is view-based access control model. We'll be discussing this in our next class on Tuesday.
Ma'am, from which book we should see the reference for this topic?
Which topic, beta?
Ma'am,
ACL
sorry.
capability test?
BIBA,
Huh.
BNPN.
I'll send you the documents today. I have the book with me. I'll send you those documents today itself.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.